Saturday. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today we have the meditation segment of our live presentations. And today is on human collective love. On this planet, we have become so disconnected from love as understanding how we are interconnected and how we need to interact with each other, what energy we need to be expressing to each other from and through. But we're so disconnected by this whole materialist society we're in, where all of our needs and wants are exclusively being driven by what's outside of us. And this is where we get a lot of confusion on the planet today, is our sense of who we are is no longer determined by the nature of our soul, is determined by the nature of who we think we are supposed to be as individuals, as a species, collectively, and what we think we own or possess as being mechanisms for self-definition. And nothing could be more destructive to this planet nor to humanity than the belief that things and stuff are what define you as a soul. There is a big distinction between yourself as a soul, a big distinction between yourself as a soul and the world around you. There's a distinction between those things. The soul that you are is a non-physical consciousness. You are a non-physical consciousness functioning through the medium of thought and matter. Please understand this, that you are an awareness connected to an infinite source of consciousness, and you function through the realms of thought and matter to produce the observable creative phenomena that you demonstrate while you are existing in a physical body. The vibrational nature of what you are is that life is what defines your being, not stuff. Life, the life that is within you, beating your heart, was intended to define your being from that same source, which is love. Life and love are synonymous to each other. Please understand this. Life and love are synonymous. You are an extension of that love that is also your life. In becoming separate from that through our misperceptions of what we are as beings, we have found ourselves wandering down roads where we find ourselves determining what is right and what is wrong based on the pain and pleasure mechanisms of the body exclusively. And yet we know that the body is temporary. We have tens of millions of years of evolution on this planet, bones that are fossilized to demonstrate that the body is temporary and transitory. It is a vehicle. It is a vehicle that you use to communicate or express certain qualities of energy in the form of a material expression, in the form of certain thoughts. The expression and the thoughts are not separate from one another. You cannot have an expression without thoughts or ideas to drive that expression, without an energy, without an emotion to drive that. Our meditation today is going to be very straightforward, to help to reinforce, to restructure, to reconnect to human collective love. What we mean by human collective love is the binding energy that we all universally share while we are existing in this physical plane of consciousness through this medium. That vibrational consciousness that we are defining as love is an expression of energy which honors, respects, and cherishes life in all of its forms, not to the exclusion of one over another. The natural world and its real state tends to do this automatically. It honors and respects the economy of its own existence by never taking too much nor giving too little, by sharing what is available freely with all? Well, there are other elements that do not do this in the human kingdom that are separate from, or believe they are separate from, this connection. So the meditation, we will take you into that place where your love, the love that is what you recognize love is for you, what you recognize as love for you, as a vibration, as a feeling, not so much as a sensation, but when you align yourself to this vibrational awareness of love that you understand, it will affect the matter of your body. Just as fear or joy affect how your body feels and acts, so too love does this also. In deliberately aligning with this love, your capacity to express that love is not restricted to the immediate points of time and space that you find your physical body in, nor the points of time and space that your mind are structured around. That is, the thoughts, the memories, and the emotions you have. Your love is not localized to any specific point of time and space when you are connected to it. In fact, it can encompass and embrace all time and all space. And in this meditation, our goal is to get you into alignment with what your love is for you, and then to seek out to direct that vibration to all others willing and able to receive this vibration at this time, and to articulate it and integrate it into their own expression, so that we stimulate, awaken, and make more aware that this vibration of love is omnipresent. It is not simply localized. The very fact that it is beating all the hearts of every living organism on this planet indicates that it does not have restrictions, this love, nor does it have limits as to where it can be. Our definition of what life is predominantly limited to these bodies, these physical bodies. However, anything that exists is an extension, a manifestation of something that precipitated it. The known universes and dimensions are effects of something that precipitated it. And we would simply say to you that this vibration of love is not only universal, but it is in all that exists. Though you may choose to not be aware of it, it is always, always present, ever present. Human collective love has to be awakened now for all of us. Not control, not power. Human collective love. Love functions very differently in time and space than does the vibration of fear. They are completely different energies. Although they come from one and the same source, they are completely different energies in terms of how they affect time, space, and matter. So when we use the term love, we use that term in the sense that that vibration of love, as you understand it, is a universal principle that is experienced in the format that you are in this current lifetime in that body. In other words, what love is as an expression through the body in which you are in, what love is as an expression as an energy in this dimension, is not the same as the very source that manifests that quality of energy. The source that gives rise to what you call love, the source that gives rise to life, is different in degree and intensity and scope than what you may be familiar with while you are existing through an individual body. However, in coming in contact with that vibration of love within yourself, to the degree and extent you're willing to allow, to the degree and extent you're willing to broadcast, you will move a step closer to that source that gives rise to that very substance or energy that you call love. Now just imagine what that would be like if you knew that you could take a step closer to the source that gives you life right now, that source that gives rise to the existence of matter, time, and space, and that there are certain qualities of vibration that will bring you closer to an awareness of that, and there are certain qualities of vibration that will bring you in perception seemingly further away from that. We would say that those that exist in a state of fear are a little bit further away from the source of who they are, the source that made them. Some of you may call that source God, and some of you may call that source many things. Spirit, energy, the divine, the great spirit. You may give this source many names, but the names will never allow you to comprehend the nature of that source. That must be deliberately and consciously experienced, and it can be. You can experience the source that is beating your heart right now, not simply the effect of your heartbeat, but the source that gives rise to that heartbeat, that source that gives rise to your ability to receive these sound vibrations, that source that gives rise to your ability to know that you know something, or to know that you do not know something. But to actually experience that source requires that you be willing to surrender your separateness from it. But first, it's important to experience what you can of it to the degree that you're able to. And so in this meditation today, to move yourself a little closer to your highest understanding of what you know and believe love is as a vibrational experience for your awareness. Now, for some of you, if you have minds that are overly active, that seem to think that they have some sort of power of their own, your thoughts running on, or certain emotions that you seem to be struggling with, we'll simply say this, that in your process of breathing, you can simply re-educate your mind and body to move into a state of stillness and clarity through which you can begin to perceive something other than the distractions of your personality, the distractions of your senses, so that you can begin to perceive something that is both beyond them, but functioning through them and through yourself as awareness. Cool. It's really nice. So there's, hi everybody, good morning. Let's check in and see what we got here. Hello Con, good morning. Carolyn, hello Maria. Hello Bridget, hi Nancy. Rainbow boxes, gotta love that. Hi Sunny, good morning. Hi Patricia. Hi Wanjma. Hi Ruth. Yeah, so we're going to be doing this little meditation on human collective love. And if you understand the nature of vibration, you will know that these sound waves, for example, are leaving this physical form in a specific direction, that this vibration of sound is being converted by the mechanism of the device that is receiving that sound vibration and bringing it into another state of being, electrical state of being, and then transmitting it back through another device through which you are receiving it. This is what you do. You transmit vibrations. They go out as they go out. Now, a sound wave is very specific in terms of how it functions in time and space. A thought wave functions very different in time and space than does a sound wave. A vibrational wave of emotion or energy, love or fear, functions very differently even than does a thought wave. Although the principles in physics of the movement of a thought wave and the movement of a vibrational wave of emotion are very similar, they differ in degree and intensity and in terms of how much resistance they can meet when they pass through different mediums of time, space, matter. So a thought wave, we have discovered that a thought wave cannot be stopped by any mechanism once it is transmitted from a source. Only the source that transmitted the thought can actually stop that thought. Thought works out in concentric spheres. That is a sphere that goes out like a sphere, that goes out like a sphere. This is how a thought wave works. It is much faster and has less resistance to it than does an emotional wave, but the principles work almost identically, in that an emotional wave will go out in concentric spheres. Now, you can stimulate different qualities of emotional waves. You can stimulate an emotional wave of joy by having a thought that is joyful. You can stimulate a joy of playfulness by having a thought that is playful. So you can stimulate emotional qualities with thoughts. And you can also stimulate thoughts by emotional qualities. And in today's process, in aligning yourself to the vibrational energy of love, you will help to begin a process of stimulating thoughts as an effect of that particular quality of emotion. So the vibration of joy, the vibration of patience, the vibration of excitement are energies that will stimulate different types of thoughts in your mind. So in this stimulating of the vibration of human collective love, it is our goal here to begin to send out a wave of energy that begins to induce different qualities of thoughts in the minds of those that receive this particular wave. And there are those that are in resonance with that wave and those that are not in resonance with that particular wave. And by that, we simply mean those that are tuned into that frequency will receive it. And even if they're mildly tuned into that frequency, they will receive it. Much the same way as your physical brain is able to interpret the language and the information that we're imparting through this mechanism, so too will the vibration of love be received and interpreted at the level that the individuals receiving it are existing on. Cool. I love that. Wonderful. Hi there. Hello, SJK. So we go to this process. Yes, I understand. So the whole focus of the meditation is very simple. You're going to use your breath to get your body still and quiet, your mind quiet and receptive to your awareness. This is very important. They started this recently with me, where they said it's important you use these words to train your mind and body to become open and receptive to your awareness, not to the world's awareness, to your awareness. So that the temple now has you as the guardian. So what comes in and what leaves by your permission. You don't let things go out. You don't let things come in that do not resonate with who you are. So the system responds to you exactly as you need it to. So you'll learn to go into that place, getting your body, your mind quiet, still, open, and receptive to your awareness. This is so important. Too many people on this planet allow their minds and bodies to be open and receptive to the television, to the politician, to people that do not have, to corporations, to people that have bad ideas and bad information. And it's important that people begin to awaken themselves so they can move into a position of discernment, so that their minds and bodies are only open and receptive to their awareness and the awareness that they would choose to be open and receptive to. If you wish to go and get your car fixed, you would certainly be open to the information that an auto mechanic would be able to apply to you. But even that, you must still go and get more than one opinion to ensure that the awareness you're receiving your information from has your best interest, in this case, your automobile, the well-being of your automobile at heart, and that they will not try to take advantage of you as a result. So teaching your mind and body to be open and receptive to your awareness. When your mind and body are open and receptive to your awareness, you can begin a process of retraining the mind and body to enter into states that are more favorable, through which you can express and have no resistance. In training your mind and body to be open and receptive to your awareness, you can teach your mind and body to not hold on to fear, to not hold on to anger, to not hold on to guilt or shame or greed or selfishness. You can train your mind and body to align to a vibrational frequency of love. Now, we know that every single soul on this planet has their approximation and understanding of love from their unique perspective. Each of you has your own understanding of what love is for you. And for those of you that may be new here today, please bear this in mind, that you have your own understanding of what love is for you. And that is where you want to begin. When your mind and your body are open and receptive to your awareness, we will ask you to align to call forth the sensation, the feeling, the vibration of love that you understand it to be at this time for your awareness. We're going to ask you to call that energy up for yourself, then to begin to bring that energy and instill it in your body and in your mind, and then begin to radiate that vibration out so that you're transmitting that vibrational frequency of love as you understand it, so that you're transmitting it out. You do not need to be attached to what that vibration will do, because it will organize matter, time, and space, the conditions of your life, into the image and likeness of itself. Much the same way as a temperature of 31 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius will cause water to freeze, so too will the medium and the vibration of love cause certain events and circumstances in the physical material world to begin to be affected into an expression of being. We're hoping that these instructions are clear, to simply have your body breathe and become still, to get your mind quiet and still so they are both open and receptive to your awareness, and then to bring forth into your awareness a vibration of love as you understand it to be, as you know and feel what love is or should or could be for you. Everyone has their own perceptual understanding of what love is as a feeling. Even that person sleeping on the street has a sensation or an awareness of what their love feels like. And even if it might be very base, the feeling of goodness that their idea of love is better than their suffering. And every soul on the planet knows how to access that awareness when they are so guided to do that. I understand. So we can take some questions? Okay, we can take some questions. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. So, question from Crotchet Goddess. Could my angel David explain how I should be serving the collective at this moment in time? Thank you. You are. You will be doing that with this meditation. You'll begin that process. He's saying, do not simply use this process that you're about to experience simply for the sake of the experience for yourself today, but to align your awareness to that vibration, to know that this energy, this vibrational quality of love that you can align yourself to deliberately, is a service. When you begin to emanate or radiate a vibrational quality, you are entering energy into service. And you can enter energy into service that is good, and you can enter energy into service that is not good. You can be in a state of fear and be emanating that energy to the world around you and causing conditions that you are experiencing. But you can also emanate a vibration of love and affect experiences to unfolding in your experience of matter. So this is a form of service that you will be doing. This is a form of service. To transmit love deliberately is the greatest service. A question from Nancy. What did Jesus mean when he meant the meek shall inherit the earth? Wow. That those, let me just see if I'm hearing this correctly. Please understand these words, that the meek shall inherit the earth. The understanding of the word as you know it today is somewhat different than the intended meaning. Also understand that much of what you have read from this book, that you have studied this from, is information that was orchestrated and structured in very specific ways as to exert control and influence over the faithful. And so I would say to you, it is not the meek that shall inherit the earth. It is those aligned to love that shall inherit the earth. The demeanor of love is very different than the demeanor of meekness. Please understand that distinction, that you are not simply uttering words. You are also articulating energy into a creative expression. This is why I said, whatever you think, so it shall be. Because the nature of thinking, the nature of language, whether that language is in one language or another, one tongue or another, these ideas and information as words and vibrations are organizing the conditions of your experience. And this has been the way it is throughout all creation. The distinction is that you now must become aware of the power that lies in your thought, in your emotion, to articulate the great changes that you may in your life. You did not come here to suffer. God is certainly not meek in any respects, nor was I, nor should you be meek in any respect. Let love be your expression. Let compassion be your actions. Let peace be your words. This is important to understand. Do not just accept ideas from anyone without understanding the principles under which those ideas can operate and cause transformation and change in your world. Thank you. Great question. Love it. Thank you so much. Question from Sunny. Any message from Isis on my role as a healer, please? She says, stop doubting it. She says, this is it. You just have to stop doubting your role as a healer. A healer makes whole that which seems to be unwhole, or what you might think of as an unholy. The term unholy is that which is not whole. Please understand. As a healer, when you affect the wholesome evolution and growth of an individual, that is healing. Whether you do this with words or with energy. Have no doubt about your capacity as a healer. This is the only thing that stands in your way now. Wow. Great question, Sonny. Question from Bridget. Could I please have a message from Master Jesus? Thank you so much, William. This has already been done, but you are asking for yourself personally. This is interesting. Know that this love that you seek is to be found in your heart and expressed in your world. Yes. Rest yourself in love. Do not try to find the respite you seek from this world. Find the respite that you seek from within that place. Turn away from your mind. Turn away from your mind and turn to your heart. He's saying, think upon me. Think upon me not as if I were not with you, but as if I am with you. Think upon me as if I am with you, because I am with you. I am with you. Wow. Thank you. Question from Wanjma. Can they explain how a disease is a form of a negative condition? We have created it in a form of protection, and how we can turn it into positive with new realization. Yes, this process of transformation and transmutation of energy is well documented. I mean, you can do it right now in your body. I know. Yeah. He's saying he knows he wants him to answer. You want him to answer for you, but I'm going to say simply, right now, wherever you're sitting right now, you put a smile on your face. You change energy. You're using matter. You're using matter to change energy. You're bringing, in order to make that body smile, you as a soul, as an awareness, act with this substance called matter. In order to interact with this substance called matter, there has to be a connection between your awareness and matter, usually in the form of a thought or an emotional energy. And it is the thought and the emotional energy that organizes the conditions of matter and how it expresses. So you can alter the matter of energy that you're in any moment by, you can jump up and down like you're celebrating. And in order for the body to jump up and down and celebrate, you have to get it to do that. Your body is an instrument of service. Your body is an instrument of service. It is not who you are. Please understand this. Your body is an instrument of service, as is your mind. May it serve you well and with love. You must teach it to serve you well, for many of you have been misled into what you should think and believe. You must reevaluate what you think so that you can restore your belief in who you are again. Wow. So yeah, you can change energy instantly. Remember, the body requires that you direct it. This is really simple. But science will tell you that the body is something that you have no control over. Well, nonsense. You can open and close your hands. You can slow your heart rate down just by breathing slower. You can slow your heart rate. You can interact with your kidneys, nerves, organs, and glands. We're not separate from anything. The meditation day is going to be really simple. Getting yourself aligned to a vibration of love, and then to begin to establish and express that love to the collective of humanity, to radiate that vibration of love out for the human collective and those in the collective that are able to receive it at this time. The call for love has never been greater on this planet than it is right now. Because right now, yes, I was going to use the term darkness, but they said not to use it. The consciousness that's trying to dominate on this planet is that of fear. And it is time to surrender that. It's time to surrender that. Thank you. Okay. Question from Daniela. My friend Sheridan has been diagnosed with breast cancer 1 month ago and will undergo surgery on July 1st. Please, is there a message from Jesus? Well, I don't know about Jesus, but before I even finished reading that, the words, send her to a website called Sun Food Living. Sun Food Living. I believe the link is below any one of my videos. Sun Food Living, which is run by a good friend of ours, Chico. And he's got a diet that will help really transform your health, because a lot of those things, a lot of these diseases are effects of alterations that have occurred to human DNA in the last 70 years. And these effects and changes in human DNA have been manipulated in greater part by the existing medical and political systems on this planet. And we're seeing a very large one unfolding right now. But Master Jesus just stepping in and said, seek ye first your soul, seek ye first the light of God within you. That light, if it helps to use a change in the names, then do so. But seek you first that which is within you, the light that you are, and establish a new world, establish a new mind, and create a new world. Your body that you exist in at this time is your world. The body that you experience is your world. Make a new mind and a new world. And this too will change as well. Cool. Thank you so much. Does my higher self have, Sunny's asking, does my higher self have any practical advice on how I can connect with her in a more conscious way? She says, do this meditation, you'll start to do that. When you move into a frequency of love, I'm going to say a word. If I say the word like blue, your brain will suddenly begin to provide everything blue that it remembers, because that's all your brain can do is tell you what it remembers. Your brain can't give you anything unless it's stored in the memory systems. Your awareness, however, as an awareness, if we say the word blue to you and you allow yourself to feel what happens as a feeling inside you, not what your mind remembers the word blue connected to, but what you feel from that word blue or violet or orange or red, and you feel the vibration that these words stimulate, not what your mind remembers about them. There's a distinction between what your mind remembers about them and what you can feel in the present moment as a vibration from these, much the same way as if you were moving into the energy, the vibrational conditions that we're transmitting through this form, you will have a different experience than what your mind is doing, trying to interpret and comprehend what we're saying as concepts based on what you already remember. There is a different energy available to you as a soul, as an awareness, than the information that your mind will interpret and represent to you. Please understand that distinction between how your mind will represent information to you and what you can experience that information is as an energy. There is a distinction. And as you understand that distinction, you can liberate yourself from your mind more deliberately and consciously. Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah, so in this vibration of love, you'll begin to move in that direction. Aligning to that vibration of love will let you start to experience her energy, your higher self's energy. And again, when you start experiencing the energy of a thing, it's different than the label of the thing. In other words, I can say I've got the label water. That's water. The water itself is one thing. The label water is one thing. If I taste it, there's a different experience of that same thing called water. Now my brain will tell me that's water, but the experience of the substance has changed because the medium through which I'm experiencing it changes. In other words, this is through the visual receptors, that's through the taste receptors. But as a soul, as an awareness, you have the ability to experience things not simply through the 5 physical senses, but through the being of your awareness, which is where you can begin to tap into other dimensions. When you can move your awareness beyond the interpretive mechanism of your body, you can begin to articulate a new level of perception, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, the non-physical senses, the third eye, the different states and names that they've given to those things. But when you can learn to begin to perceive consciousness, not exclusively through the 5 physical senses, you start to move into other realms of perception and information and experience other than those that are afforded to you through the physical mechanism alone. And again, most people are stuck in their physical body as being the sole source of their identity, of self, and their life. That's the vast majority of people believe that the body is the sole source of who they are. And that's why so many people suffer. They think, this is who I am. These thoughts are all I am. And they're stuck in that. Our goal today is to help you to move out of that, to move into the vibration of love, and then to begin to stimulate by broadcasting that love, the human collective field of love, to reawaken it. Because we're so disconnected from it as a species right now that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Excuse me. What's going on this planet today because of this movement away from love and this attachment to fear that we're been in for so long. One more question before we go into the meditation. Is there anything I can do so I don't fall asleep when I do 30 minutes or more meditation? I was snoring earlier and left frustrated that I missed out. Okay, this is a great question, and I think everybody needs to know this answer. Everybody needs to know this answer. They taught me this, so I know from personal experience as well. Learning to understand that you are an awareness, that you have been so bound into flesh and thought that you have forgotten that you are awareness. In the process of putting your body at rest, and you get your body to rest, and you are staying aware while the body is at rest. The body is still. The body is quiet. The body even begins to move into a state that resembles sleep, and yet you choose to stay aware. Next, as awareness, you begin to observe thoughts, memories, and images that are in your mind. As awareness, you must stay aware that you are aware of thoughts. In this process, if you do it properly, you will feel that your body will seem to not be there. You'll be aware, but it feels like your body is not even there. That is because you are not in your body the same way. Now, in the non-physical world of awareness, awareness is non-physical, although you can see its effects through matter. Your body is still and quiet. You choose to stay aware. You now move up to mind and thought. memories, images, considerations, concerns, you become aware of those and you realize, let's let those go. I'm going to release my attachment to these thoughts, these memories, these images, but I will stay as awareness. When that happens, there is a place that begins to evolve called nothingness, silence. But it is not nothing. It is not silence. It is the connection point for all points of time and space, both linear and nonlinear. It is the place where all possibilities can be brought into your creative process. And what most people do is they relax their body, they still their mind, and then they forget to stay aware. You must decide to stay aware. In that space of nothingness, in that space where there is no mind, and your body is not apparent to your conscious awareness, but you know it exists, but you're not feeling it the same way, in that place of no thingness, that is where you move into the place where you may ask and receive. That place where you may ask and receive. If you understand this concept of the creation story from your conventional religions, that everything started out as waste and void, there was nothing there. There was nothing there, but something, and we would say to you, an awareness spoke and said, let there be light. The place of creation is in the space of endless nothingness, which is not endless nothingness at all. It is all energy and all possibilities able to emerge or be directed to emerge from within itself, which is why the tree comes from within the seed as the fruit comes from within the tree, as things come from within out. From nothing comes something, but there is not nothing in the nothing. There is pure energy, pure limitless source. So make the decision that you will choose to stay aware. One of the things they taught me to do is, I said, when you lie in bed at night, William, as you're going to sleep, make a decision to look down on your body. So as you're lying there in bed, make a decision that you're going to be looking down on your body. And you make that decision every night. And I'll tell you, when it happens, it's quite surprising. You're looking down on your body, and then you find it surprised me so much the first time it happened that I was back in my body. I went, what? Because it's a different perspective. The body's not used to having you looking at it from that perspective. But there are certain ways. Again, I'm digressing now. I understand. We want to move into meditation. The goal of this meditation is to help you align human collective consciousness back to love. And you can't make anybody go back to love, but you can broadcast that vibration out and increase the likelihood that while being in that state yourself, you broadcast it out. And that broadcast as an energy can organize, alter, and change the consciousness of people around you. And you know this is a common thing. It is a common thing, that you go into a room, if you're really happy, people respond to you very differently if you go into a room and you're very frustrated, because you're transmitting an energy through this mechanism you call your body. Remember, your body is a mechanism through which you are expressing. It's not who you are. It's an instrument, like a radio set that you are expressing through. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so the meditation is going to be very simple. If you have water, and we stress this all the time, if you have water, drink, about 4 ounces before meditation. The reason you drink water before your meditation is because in meditation, when you quiet your body down, first thing that happens, the body goes into a sleep resembling state. When that happens, it triggers the body to start repairing, rebuilding, correcting in that state. That's what happens when you leave your body at night to rest. It starts a process of correction. Well, meditation does the same thing, which is why it's so often noted that meditation improves health, because you're literally deliberately putting the body into a regenerative state. Now, once the body's in that regenerative state, it needs more energy. And being properly hydrated, the body has the resources to begin to move fluids and things and release things from the body, repair things in the body. It needs the substances to do that. The same thing for the mind. when your mind gets still and quiet. When your mind gets still and quiet, there's a process of reorganization that begins to happen in the mind. And as awareness, you can participate in that process by aligning yourself to certain feelings or certain ideas. So when your mind is still and quiet, it's open and receptive to your awareness. Right? Most people leave their minds open for everybody and anything, watching television, watching these video games, and they watch all these things that they fill their mind with stuff, unconsciously realizing that they're not realizing that it's unconsciously affecting them. You must be very careful about what you will allow in your mind. So drink some water, get your body physically comfortable. It is preferential that you sit up, but not necessary. If you need to lie back, again, you can do the same thing. Make the decision to stay aware. Do not get freaked out if you find it feels like your body's not there anymore. It's because you're not in it the same way. When the body's still and quiet, it starts going to repair mode. Now you're moving your awareness up to the thoughts. You get your mind still and quiet. And again, when you're asserting change over the mind, there's a different type of energy that happens in the brain. When the mind is suddenly chilled and quiet, the subconscious processes of the brain begin to work very differently, as does the body when you leave it to be. Making the decision to stay aware is really important. And when your mind and body are quiet, that's when you can begin to reprogram them. Even your DNA can be subjective to your programming, to your ideas, to your emotions that you create in this state of awareness. So conditions of disease and health can be ameliorated and promoted depending upon the nature of the quality of your awareness at the time your body and mind are open and receptive to your awareness. We request that you choose to align to a vibrational feeling of love as you understand it to be. Because what we want you to do when you're in that place of awareness of that vibration of love as you understand it to be, we want you to transmit that feeling of love first into your mind and then into your body, and then to be willing to allow yourself to increase that transmission so that you radiate it out further as awareness. You do not need to concern yourself with where that love will go and what it will do. It will impact and interact with anything that is in harmony with it, which sets up an attractive force for drawing you towards and drawing things towards you that are aligned to that energy that you call love, the vibrational energy that you experience of love at this time, which can evolve and change as you gain more experience with this. So please take a long, slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, make a conscious decision to give your entire body, every muscle, nerve, organ, gland, muscle, cell, and molecule of your body, permission. As you exhale, give your body permission to become open and receptive to your awareness. Giving your body right now permission as you exhale. Giving your body permission, complete permission, to become open and receptive to your awareness. Allowing all the nerves, all the organs, all the glands, all the muscles. As you draw your breath in, you're bringing in new energy. As you're exhaling, you're releasing all tension from the body, giving it your permission to let go, to turn loose, and become open and receptive to your awareness. Letting it all go, giving your body permission to let go, to turn loose, to become open and receptive to your awareness. With each exhale, your body goes deeper into being open and receptive to your awareness. consciously giving permission to every molecule of that physical body to become open and receptive to your awareness. Giving every molecule of that body permission to be open and receptive to your awareness. Each breath, you give your body permission to be more open, more expansive, and more receptive to your awareness. Even giving all the molecules of the body permission to relax and expand so that they too are open and receptive to your awareness. If there is any place in your body that is struggling at this time, communicate your love to it. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. Allow the body to go deeper and move your awareness to the space in the middle of your head. And in that space, notice any thoughts, memories, images, or considerations that are ongoing in your mind at this time. Just observe them. Now, as you observe them, draw in a slow, deep breath into the body. And as you exhale, let go of all of those thoughts, memories, considerations, letting them all go, giving them permission to become still, quiet, peaceful. Giving all thoughts, all memories, all considerations permission to be still, quiet, and peaceful. Gently use the breath of your body to allow your mind and body to go deeper into stillness, to become more open and receptive to your awareness. As you give your mind and body permission to go deeper, how do you feel as an energy, as an awareness, as you give your mind and body permission to go deeper. Allowing each breath to take your mind and body deeper into openness and receptivity to your awareness. Now very, very gently align your awareness to the feeling or sensation of love as you understand it to be at this time. Align your awareness to the sensation or feeling of love as you know it to be at this time. As you perceive that sensation or feeling of love, use your breath to draw it into your awareness, to expand it into your awareness, to breathe that sensation, that awareness of love into your awareness. As you exhale, allow that sensation of love to go into your mind and body. Using your awareness to direct the sensation and awareness of love into your mind and body. Use your breath to increase your awareness of love. Use your breath to transmit that feeling deeper into the molecules of your body and mind. Use your awareness to direct your body to breathe and intensify the feeling of love in the body and around the body. With your awareness, you can observe how different muscles, nerves, organs, and glands respond to this vibration. Give your mind and body permission to receive more of this love that you are aware of at this time. Use your breath to broadcast this vibration out to the world in all directions. Now allow yourself as awareness to intensify the feeling within your awareness. Use the breath of the body to enable you to do this, to draw breath in and intensify that feeling of love in your awareness of it. As you exhale, intensify its expression out in all directions from the body. Make the choice and the decision to connect to this vibration as often as possible. You must choose this deliberately and consciously to connect to your vibration of love, deliberately and consciously bringing it into your mind and your body to transmit it to the world as an energy. The vibration of love works like the vibrations of music. Whomever hears it shall feel it and know it. Make a decision that love is what you are. Make a decision that love is what you are. Give your mind and body permission to remain open and receptive to your awareness and communicate your awareness of love deeply and profoundly into every molecule of your body and mind. And very, very gently, allow your awareness to just feel the experience of energy that you've just generated. Be aware of how it's affected your body, how your mind is at this time. How does this space around your body feel? As awareness, you can perceive these very readily. And very gently, just allow your eyes to open, but stay present in the energy that you've just generated from this process. Stay aware of the vibration of energy that is now in your body and in your mind that you are aware of. because you've generated this change in energy now. And different qualities of energy organize different states of matter. Different qualities of energy organize different states of matter. We hope that you have connected to the degree that you're willing to allow yourself to that vibration that you experience and know of as love at this time. That in reapplying this process, you can increase and intensify your awareness of that energy, and therefore how it will impact the world within your body and around your body. Because the cells in your body respond to energy, which is emotion. Emotion is the substance that organizes conditions of matter. And our goal in getting you to align to the vibration of love is that you begin a process of transmitting that into this dimension you call time and space. And it will interact with other individuals, other beings, whether they are aware of it or not. If you make a loud sound, it affects all that are in the range of hearing. So too, when you make a vibration such as love, though it cannot be seen with eyes nor heard with ears, although it can as well, it is an energy that affects what it comes into contact with. And please make sure you drink some more water before you go too far from this. Some of you will notice there was more heat generated, or you will recognize there are definitive changes in your biology because you've engaged a different energy consciously. Emotion organizes matter. Emotion organizes matter. My guardian angel John repeats that to me over and over and over and over again. When he first brought that concept up to me two years ago or so, it blew my mind away. He said, all emotion organizes matter. There were solids, liquids, gases, plasma, and emotion. 5 states of energy. Solids, liquids, gases, plasma, and emotion. And he said emotion is what organizes all forms of matter below it. He also said our sciences will come to a place where they understand this and can begin to organize things very differently without all these machinations. Once you understand that emotion is a substance that's non-physical but interacts with it to produce changes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's meditation, and allowing that energy to flow out from you all the time, you are literally empowering human collective love. Like a beautiful song playing over the radio and you find yourself swaying to the music and you go, oh, I love this song. So too the vibration of love, like the vibration of fear, alters and changes conditions of matter, time, and space. And that's just reality. And a lot of people, from a scientific perspective, they have not quite incorporated that element into their model. So we can observe phenomena that are happening as a natural result that we perceive through our 5 physical senses, but most are not aware of the energy that organizes matter. Very few people are aware of the energy that organizes matter, but they can measure the effects of matter as it reacts to something that's acting upon it. Anyway, I don't need to get into that today. I'm going beyond that. But I want to say thank you to Master Jesus and the higher self of that person and the other beings that have come through us today. Thank you so, so much. I want to wish all of you much love today. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. Stay in this frequency of love. Be broadcasting and watch the world around you. Watch what happens in your world today. Stay in that energy. Stay aware of the energy. Learn to get your mind and body still and quiet. You have to teach them to do that. The world has taught most people that what's happening out there determines what you feel and think. Stop it. You get to choose what to think and feel. You can choose that, but you have to now undo the training that the world has given you to say you should think this way, walk this way, talk this way. You have to undo the training. You have to retrain your mind and body. You have to teach your mind and body to be what you need them to be and think. and not just accept what the world dumps into your mind. Please liberate yourself. Be free. We love you all. Thank you for your support. For those of you that participated, thank you for your time, your energy, your support, your patience, your passion, and your service. Much love to all of you. I will see you guys on Monday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Oh, also I wanted to mention, if you go to my website now, there's 2 upcoming events happening in August, from August 2nd to August the 6th, and August 9th to August the 15th. And the first one's called 5 Days of Healing with the Ascended Masters. And the next week will be followed by the 5 Days of Awakening with the Ascended Masters. You can go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com/shop, and please come and join us for these extraordinary one-time only events that they asked me to do. So I will look forward to seeing some of you next August. In July, we are going on a road trip for a bit, so we will be back sometime later in July. I will do the best that I can to bring through the messages while we're on the road from my guides, my angels, and do the Q&As as we normally do. I may or may not be able to, but I will try to I will get at least 1 or 2 episodes in a week during the time that we are on our road trip in the wilderness. So have yourselves a wonderful, a joy-filled day. I wish you all much love. Bye for now.